Hello and welcome back to Culinary Haven. It came to our attention that in a few days' time, namely on the 20th of April, is our upside down pineapple cake day. We couldn't possibly ignore this information, and today we'd like to share with you our version of the classic dessert. Culinary Haven take on it is different from the traditional recipe. To begin with, we're not making a cake, we're making 6 mini cakes using our 6-hole large muffin tin. And the recipe is different as well. Let's begin. To make our upside down pineapple cakes, we'll need a pineapple. I recommend to use fresh pineapple. I'll show you how to use it. If you can't get one, then a tin version will do. But I would really recommend you to buy pineapple. They're inexpensive, they're less than £1, and you can buy them in any supermarket. 60 grams of brown sugar, 60 grams of butter, plus additional 100 grams of butter and 100 grams of granulated white sugar, 150 grams of plain flour, 120 ml of either kefir or natural yogurt, unsweetened, 1/3 of a cup of coconut flakes, 3 eggs, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and 6 glazed cherries. And we'll start with preparing the pineapple. Chopping board, sharp knife, cut off the top and bottom, flat down, and cut the hard skin all over. It really is a huge difference between using fresh pineapple and tinned pineapple. There's firm, very sharp, and it caramelizes very well in the tin. And the tinned pineapples are obviously too sweet because of the sugar used in the syrup, and also a bit too soft. But if you can't get one, tinned will do. And now we're going to cut it into 6 slices. It'll be about ½ an inch thick or 1 centimeter. Depends on the size of the pineapple. Now we need to take out the hard center of the pineapple, which is easy to do with either apple corer or just a small paring knife. Just cut it out in the middle like this, or just with a knife go around, really easy. And now just push the hard center out. We need the space to put the cherry inside, and to make them all even a size and to fit perfectly into the muffin tin, I'm going to use this cookie cutters, just straight edge cookie cutter, 7 centimeters in diameter mine. Cut it out and reserve this for later. Perfect. Enjoy this whilst they're in the oven. Next, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius and let's make the batter. The whole process will not take long, that's why we need to put the oven on now. First, we're going to prepare the brown sugar and butter paste, which we are then going to divide between the 6 muffin cups. Put the butter and the sugar into the bowl. The same bowl we're going to make the batter, and just mix it together with a spoon or a spatula until it's smooth and well mixed, the butter and the sugar. Not a big amount, so it's not easy to mix with such a big spatula, so I think I'll use this little one. Yeah. So like this, just very soft butter, and just mix it together. That's it. And now let's get our tin. I've lined my muffin tin with some pieces of parchment because unless you trust your muffin tin unconditionally, there might be some problems. Something can stick to it and then the cakes might be ruined or damaged. It doesn't have to be pretty, it will be when they're ready. I wouldn't advise you to use paper cases because they are not usually siliconized, they're not waterproof, they're not greaseproof normally, so the batter might stick to them as well. So just a normal baking parchment. Now put a teaspoon of this butter and brown sugar mixture on the bottom of each cake, and this will ensure that the pineapple is caramelized whilst the cakes are baking. It will just make all the difference. Even if it's sort of not sitting straight and sticking out, it's fine. Once you press a slice of pineapple, it will sit down and behave. This much left, which is fine. We're just going to incorporate this with our batter. And take a slice of pineapple. You don't even need to spread it on the bottom, because the weight of the pineapple will spread it, and then obviously in the oven it will melt and just spread itself. Don't worry about that. Press it down, and that's that. I'll show you in a close-up what it looks like. And then our cherries in the middle, just push it down there. So this, our case is prepared, the butter and sugar on bottom, then the pineapple slices and the cherries in the middle, all ready for the batter. Now let's prepare the batter. The remaining 100 grams of butter, very soft, 100 grams of sugar, and blend it together until it's nice and fluffy. I'm using electric handheld whisk. You can do it either using an electric one or just a manual. When the butter is this soft, it just takes a few seconds to finish this. And now adding the eggs, one at a time. And the last. Now scrape the sides and do it one more time. That's enough. Now we'll add kefir or natural yogurt. Pour it in, also at room temperature. So all the ingredients are the same temperature, and blend it in. Using kefir or natural yogurt instead of milk makes the cakes so much fluffier and lighter. You will see the difference. Now the flour. We'll sift the flour, salt and a baking powder together. So a pinch of salt and a level teaspoon of baking powder. Just whisk it together and sift it in. I don't want to overdo it or let the flour fly around, so I'm not going to use the electric whisk. I'm just going to fold it in the dry ingredients with a rubber spatula. Gently, circular motion, and don't overdo that either, just like for any cake, as little stirring as possible. Now we're going to add 1/3 cup of coconut flakes. I'm giving you the measurement in cups because coconut flakes are so light, I can't even tell you how many grams, probably 10 grams or something. And just fold it all together. And that's it. Divide the batter between the muffin cups. Just spoon it on top the pineapple. This is it. Now we're going to bake it in the preheated to 180 degrees Celsius oven for 35 minutes, rotating halfway. Keep an eye on your oven. Mine needs that, so I will probably need to reduce the temperature after the turn to 160, just so they're not too brown, but for 20 minutes definitely at 180. The cakes are ready. Upside down pineapple mini cakes. We're going to now take them out, unmold them and put the kettle on. I'm going to unmold them onto this fire rack set over a baking tray. Just turn them over. Isn't that just absolutely spectacular? And of course, you don't need to hope to get a little bit of pineapple slice if it's a big cake. Everyone gets a whole slice of pineapple. Thank you for watching this episode of Culinary Haven. Please stay safe, stay at home. And until next time, bye.